It's Ash from SuperVideos back for another live stream Q&A video. This is going to be Q&A number 139, I think. Yeah, 139. Now, you might have noticed I sound a bit weird. That's because I have a cold. So you're going to have to deal with this voice for a little bit until I get better a little in the next couple weeks. Anyway, let's get to the questions. Let me just make sure everything is good. KingKen214, hey, how are you? Glad you could join us. Nova Jinx 75, hey Ash, hey, how are you, Nova? Glad you could join. Nova Jinx 75, how's Sunday going? Excited for tonight's episode? Yeah, I'm very excited for tonight's episode. I've heard some good things about it from those who have seen it in terms of news outlets and things like that, so I'm very excited. Nova Jake 75, Q&A, do you think Luke and Alden will make it out alive tonight? I thought they would, but now I'm not sure because when Alpha said wrong answer, she gave a hand signal to her whisperers, which was scary. I think that happens before Luke and Alden are revealed. Like, I think initially Daryl is going to not want to trade. Alpha's going to say wrong answer. She's going to signal. They're going to bring Luke and Alden, and that's how it's going to go. I don't think that that's after Luke and Alden are revealed. I just think that she just made the gesture so that they will bring them out so Daryl knows what he's dealing with. I think they'll make it out alive, Luke and Alden, both of them, for now. KingKen214, what would you do if a zombie apocalypse started? I would just probably stay in my house. I don't know. I probably won't make it out alive for that long. I know that. Yeah, KingKen214, I would curl up and cry. Probably. I'll just curl up and maybe cry in the long term. And just to let you guys know, I do have a video coming up tonight about some Rick movie information. It's coming from comicbook.com, the information. So I'll talk about that in the video after this. And probably either Tuesday or, yeah, Monday or Tuesday, I'll do another video talking about some new information about the next couple episodes in terms of wiki, the information they have on the Walking Dead wiki. So I'll talk about that in another video, probably Monday or Tuesday. And other than that, we'll do our regular videos, the promos, the reactions, all of that stuff. Noah Jake 75, Daryl is making a big mistake by trying to intimidate Alpha. He heard Lydia tell her that you don't mess with her mother. Yeah, I definitely think Daryl is going to realize about the magnitude of his mistakes soon. Noah Jinx 75, depends on what kind of zombies we're dealing with. If it's Walking Dead zombies, you have a chance, but if it's running zombies, then you're effed. Yeah, absolutely. And with running zombies, some running zombie, or in some zombie movies, there's intelligent zombies as well, which makes things extremely weird and hard to deal with. XLASM, the ratings of The Walking Dead will drop tonight. Isn't the Oscars tonight? Yeah, the Oscars are on tonight, and I do think that we will see a drop in ratings again because of that. I think the last episode had the lowest ratings, which is interesting. I think season 9 is doing good. I don't know why ratings are dropping. I think the season is good right now. But yeah, I do believe that ratings are going to drop tonight as well. Because of the Oscars specifically as well. Noah Jake 75, I never cared that much for Oscars anyways, so The Walking Dead always takes cake every Sunday night. Yeah, I mean, I sometimes watch Oscars, but when it's Walking Dead or Oscars, I just choose Walking Dead usually. Noah Jink 75 Q&A, how do you see Alpha Lydia interactions happening? I think that'll be an interesting interaction. I don't know how it's gonna go. Like, I think Here's the thing. It's weird because Alpha came back for Lydia, so she does have a bit of emotion towards her, right? But how far does that go? And, you know, how is that going to go? I'm not sure. How much is Lydia going to reveal to Alpha about the survivors? That's another aspect of it. But I'm definitely very interested to see that interaction. King Head to 14, they're dropping because they're focusing just on Hilltop. I don't think so. I think it's a bit more than that. It could be just that, but I think it's a bit more than that. I think it's just the recent news about people exiting and all that information. I think that has a lot to do with it. People are just fed up with it a little bit. Voltex33, hi Ash. Hi, how are you? Glad you could join us. Noah Jinx75, I think that since we learned that Alpha hits Lydia, she might give Lydia a big slap once you return to her. Maybe we'll see that a little bit. And she might, and I talked about this before, she might physically and emotionally, do something so that it's so that she forces Lydia to reveal what she knows. And it could be both, like I said, physically and emotionally. Noah Jinx75, there could also be other things happening on TV like sports, award shows, etc. Yeah, but the thing is, the last few episodes have been dropping for whatever reason. Like, I can actually try to pull it up here, the ratings for, you know, the entire series. And then we can take a look at, you know, how it's looking. Yeah, Wikipedia is probably the best place to go for this. Let me see. I think I found something. Yeah, there we go. So let me share this. Let me see how I can share this. Display capture. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Wrong one. Window capture is what I'm looking for. There we go. So there we go. I'll just make this a little bigger for you guys. There we go. So that's how it is. And yeah, so the last episode of season 9, yeah, it was probably the lowest. Or not probably, they did say it's the lowest. But it's the lowest ever. But as you can see, it's been stable, but it's been dropping at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, ever since the finale of season 6, it's just been going downhill. It's been stable during times, but overall, it's been going down. The big question is whether it will pick back up and stay up. In a more, what do you call it, stable way. Like, it's going to pick back up and stay up. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. It's definitely interesting that it's dropping in season 9 because, like I said, season 9, I don't think it's that bad or it's bad at all. But we'll have to wait and see long term what happens. Voltex33, it's already 9 seasons of the show. Maybe some people are bored. But on the other hand, Big Bang Theory still gets a lot of viewers. So that's probably not the case. Yeah, I think it's a mixture of everything. I think it's a mixture of stories in the past 2 seasons being slow. All of these people exiting. All of that stuff going on. And maybe a little bit of people getting bored in general. I think it's a mixture of all of that. Noah Jink 75, Ash, you need to check the Walking Dead wiki because there are 3 new characters listed under the Whisperers. Their names are Zeon, Sean, and Ozzy. I haven't checked that. Like I said, Monday or Tuesday, I will be doing another updated video on some information from the wiki for the rest of the season. So I'll probably find that when I'm doing that, but I haven't heard that. Voltix33, why ratings only about US? Maybe it's dropping there, but in other countries, maybe not. That's a great point as well. And also another aspect of it is people are just binge watching it or recording it and watching it after without commercials. So just because the ratings, it says the ratings are dropping doesn't mean that no one's watching. It just means that maybe no one's watching live as much as they used to. Noah Jink 75, and this new Whisperer named Ozzy is actually the guy who gave Jerry a dirty look in the trailer of season 9B. So you were right about him being a Whisperer. If that's the case, that's very, very interesting. And that gets me very nervous for Jerry. But yeah, I had a good feeling that that was the case, and I'm glad I was right, according to you. I think on the wiki, on the synopsises, they reveal a bit too much. I don't know if that's official or not, but on some of them, it's revealing a little bit too much. You know what I mean? I don't know, like I said, whether it's official, but it seems official, but from what I saw last time I checked, they revealed a little bit too much information on there. Noah Jink 75, I kind of binge watched season 7. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people probably did. Voltex 33, have you watched any Oscar nominated movies? Let me see what was nominated. I don't even know. I might have. Let me know what are the movies that were nominated for Oscars tonight. Oscars nominations. There we go. Nominations 2019. Where can I see a list? There we go. Big picture. Bohemian Rhapsody. I didn't watch that, but I know that's probably a good movie. Let me see. Black Panther I haven't watched. Black KKK Klansman I haven't watched, but I saw the trailer for that. A Star is Born, I've heard of it, I haven't watched it. Yeah, I haven't watched any of the movies. I've heard of some and I've watched trailers for some of them, but I've never watched it, or I didn't watch any of the movies that were nominated. Noah Jink 75, season 7 just didn't live up to standards. I had hoped. So that's why I binged watched some of the episodes, especially the one of Terra only episode. Yeah, I think most people binge watched that or watched that afterwards. Nova Jink 75, some of the synopses are very interesting. 913 says Alpha unleashes a force to retrieve what belongs to her. And sometimes certain words in some synopses are highlighted. Yeah, like, based on what I saw in the last time I saw the synopsis, it tells you exactly which episode the fairy is going to be in. Tells you which episode the flashback episode is. It tells you when the big finale episode is, but also hints that that might not be the ending of the episode. It hints at that. And it just, I think it tells us a little bit too much, maybe more than we need to know. But I'll get into that when I do my video Monday or Tuesday on that. Voltex 33. What if Negan hosted Oscars? LOL. That would be one interesting Oscars. Noah Jinx 75. The synopsis of 913, it has the word belongs highlighted and it refers to Lydia, which is what makes it interesting. Yeah, I mean, the trade will most likely happen in this episode. So it's interesting that that's the case. Maybe for whatever reason, Lydia makes her way back to Hilltop in a way. I don't know. But it is interesting. King Ken 214, do you think The Walking Dead is dying? No and yes at the same time. The series specifically, maybe in the next few seasons. Like maybe season 11 or 13. Or 11 or 12, sorry. I could see the end. From what we can see now, from where it's headed. But the universe, I don't think it's ever going to die. The universe is always going to be there. King Ken 214. I don't think it's dying. Only Fear the Walking Dead is done. And I actually have very high hopes for season 5 because there's 2 amazing characters returning. Endora is coming. Who's Endora? I don't know who that is. But yeah, Fear is a mess, honestly. Voltex 33. Will you play Overkill's The Walking Dead? So here's the thing. I'm currently finishing up Last of Us Part 1. I finally got it, and I even put a poll up if you guys were interested in me actually doing gameplay live streams. I didn't get the response that I wanted. I said 25, at least 25 people. I got like maybe 10. But I am finishing up Last of Us. Great game. I absolutely love it. After that, then I'm going to decide whether I'm going to do Overkill's The Walking Dead, Telltale's The Walking Dead, from the beginning, obviously, or Resident Evil. The new one. So I'll make a decision then. Maybe you guys can let me know which one you would be interested in. But right now, I think I'm halfway done Last of Us, so I want to get that done first. I definitely do want to finish Last of Us before the second or part 2 is released. Because part 2 is going to be released either this year or next year. So I want to finish that first. But yeah, I might be doing that in the future. Noah Jing 75. Q&A, are there any deaths that you think are for certain going to happen at the end of this season? For me, I am certain that Rosita and Ezekiel are going to be killed by Alpha. Rosita and Tammy Rose, I'm certainly sure about those. I think I'm 99% sure. Ezekiel, I'm like 70% sure that he's going to get it. King Ken 214, Dwight is coming. Oh, you meant Dwight is coming? Okay, yeah. Dwight and Morgan on Fear, it's interesting. I don't agree with the decision, but it's interesting. But does it mean it's going to make the show better? Not really, because Morgan showed up. We thought he's going to make things better. He didn't. Epic Zombie Killer Entertainment Channel, Q&A, hey Ash, I know this isn't Walking Dead related, but will you stream GTA 5 sometimes? Maybe we'll do that in the future. And that was from Epic Zombie Killer. Yeah, we might do that sometimes. I do definitely want to do more gaming videos on this channel. Not on the gaming channel. I don't know what I'm going to do with the gaming channel. I wanted to do gaming videos there, but I think splitting up the channel into different streams may not be a good idea right now. I'm going to keep the gaming channel for now, but I'll do the gaming videos on here for now until we know what's happening. But I might do that in the future. GTA 5 gameplay. Noah Jake 75. I also think Nabila will go because she's going to find out that she and Jerry have kids, and her death by Alpha will drive Jerry insane. Yeah, either Nabila or Jerry. I don't think both at the same time. I don't think so, but one for sure. Leaning more towards Nabila. King Ken 214. Do Telltale. Yeah, I'll definitely put a poll up after I'm done. Last of Us, I'll put a poll and then I'll see what you guys want, you know, Telltale, Overkill, or What was the other one? Resident Evil. King Ken 214, will you play Fortnite with subs? Yeah, we could definitely do that. In the off time for when Walking Dead, specifically the TV show, is not on, we will do more Fortnite gaming, and yeah, we could definitely do that as well. Play with subs somehow. King Ken 214, I have a PS4. Yeah, I have a PS4 too. Noah Jing 75, Tammy Rose, I think for certain also going to go because we've always been seeing more of her lately, and I think with Alpha we'll get her. Yeah, Tammy Rose is, I think, the one that's in your face. That's the only one that's in your face, really. Excel ASM, I'm interested in Telltale, Skybound, The Walking Dead, but I like all the games you mentioned. I support you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, man. Noah Jing 75, Tammy Rose's death will push Earl to use his blacksmithing skills to make more weapons to help combat the Whispers. That's a great point. That's a great point. Epic Zombie Killer. Q&A, hey Ash, do you think Jerry is a long-term survivor? I hope so, because I love him, I think you mean. Yeah, I love him. Yeah, Jerry is great. If he makes it this season, I think he's a long-term survivor. Voltix 33. The Walking Dead producers should think about a better way to prevent spoilers. Game of Thrones producers even made Drone Killer. No digital scripts for actors, but AMC won't allow that since they are stingy. Yeah, the thing is, it's the digital era, right? So spoilers are going to get out somehow, regardless of what you do. It's just that how much effort you're going to spend on keeping it blocked from others. AMC's not doing a very good job on that. It was really bad in season 7. Really bad. Like, we had almost scripts for each episode before the episode aired. It was really bad. Noah Jing 75. I am also certain Luke will go, and maybe Alden as well. Just because on how they're setting it up. They may survive tonight's episode, but one or both could meet their ends at the end of season 9. Yeah, I think my money is on Alden and Luke, both. I think both are going to get it at the end of the season. They're going to make it out alive in tonight's episode, but they're not going to be so lucky at the end of the season. Epic Zombie Killer, Q&A, hey Ash, have you seen Disney's Bolt? It's my favorite Disney movie of all time, so it's a part of my childhood. No, I'm not really into Disney movies and stuff. Yeah. No, I haven't watched it. Epic Zombie Killer, I agree. Dude Guys says The Walking Dead spoilers are a disease, and I agree. I don't know who Dude Guys is, but yeah. It was really bad at some point. It's gotten a little better, but it's still bad. Noah Jing 75, if Oceanside shows up at the fair, I don't know who Alpha will kill from the community. I say Beatrice is probably a goner. Rachel could also go. And maybe Sydney as well, but not as likely. Yeah, I think Sydney's, I thought she's gonna go, but I think she's probably safe. But Beatrice is it's a safe bet. Rachel also 50-50. Negan's Meal Sandwich, I think they are following Negan's comic arc because he told Judith he would go back into the cell. We don't know what they're doing with Negan. I mean, at this point, they could do anything with him. His story is open, really. I hope that he gets the story with Alpha. I just hope he gets that, because that's iconic. Novajink 75. The Walking Dead spoilers never got out until like mid-season 5 up to now. So I don't know what's going on and how they're getting out. Yeah, I don't remember a lot of spoilers being put out until the very first instance that I found spoilers for Walking Dead, even glimpses of spoilers, was for the Glenn dumpster fake out death scene. That was my first instance where I saw something that was a spoiler from Walking Dead. And it's been like that ever since. There's been definitely spoilers everywhere. It's just a matter of what you can do to prevent being spoiled, you know, if you don't want to be spoiled. King Ken 214, Oceanside is dead. They are not. It's on the wiki for Walking Dead that they're going to come back in episode 15, I think, or something like that. They're not dead. Epic Zombie Killer, Q&A, hey Ash, I think it's possible everyone from Oceanside will be on the Pikes except for Cindy. Well, there wasn't a lot of Oceanside members anyway. There was like only 4 or 5, right? So we could see all of them go, yeah. Noah Jake 75, Oceanside is confirmed to be making their return in 9/15, and we'll see them for the first time since the 6-year time jump. Yeah, that comes from the wiki. Yeah, Negan's mayo sandwich makes a great point. Also, I think they foreshadowed Negan killing Alpha when he cut the burnt walker's head off. The camera zoomed in on it. That's definitely a good point. Also, the sack that he had some blood on it, right? The sack that had food in it, when he dropped it, when he was fighting the walker, they concentrated on that. And it had like a blood stain on it. And for comic readers, that could also be looked at as foreshadowing or an Easter egg for the future Negan Alpha showdown. Noah Jake 75, how long will the trade between the Whisperers and Hilltop last in tonight's episode? I think we're going to see a little bit of Alpha dialogue at the beginning, maybe 10 minutes, or 5 minutes probably of dialogue from her, just making her point, addressing everyone. Daryl is going to make his way down there. Daryl and Alpha are going to have a conversation. It's probably going to be like 15 minutes, and then we're going to see the reveal of Luke and Alden probably during that time, and then we're going to see another maybe couple minutes of them going back and forth with the trade, about the trade, and then the trade is going to happen. So I think it's going to take maybe 30 minutes of the episode, maybe a good chunk of the episode. Not that it's going to be continuous. We're going to visit Kingdom in the middle, but it's going to be back and forth, I think. It's going to take about, like I said, 30 minutes probably of the episode. King Ken 214, I still think Michonne killed some of the main Oceanside people. Could be, but it doesn't really make sense. Not really. It's a tough one. Voltex 33. There's a theory that Negan will be freed by the Whisperers, and that's how he will join them, since he doesn't want to go out anymore. I don't really see that. If the Whisperers make their way to Hilltop undetected, why would they free Negan? What would be the point? You know what I mean? I don't really see that. Negan's Mayo Sandwich. I think it'll be in Season 10 though. Yeah, probably in Season 10. It's probably not going to be in Season 9. Epic Zombie Killer. Q&A, hey Ash, there are a lot of deaths in this franchise where I wonder how did they film that, because I know if it's not the actual actor, it's fascinating. Wait, let me reread that. There's a lot of deaths in this franchise where I wonder how did they film that, because I know it's not the actual actor. It's fascinating. Yeah, some of it, I know what you mean. Like, it's so realistic. Yeah, definitely. Noah Jink 75. I wonder how Henry's going to sneak out. Will he use the secret passageway that Magnus Group used last week? I think so. Everyone uses that at Hilltop. And most likely Daryl is going to see him, but instead of stopping him, he's going to follow him, you know, to see where he's going. Noah Jink 75. Q&A. Which 3 characters would you like to see more screen time for in Season 9 and Season 10? My 3 are Eren, Magna, and Yumiko. I think my 3 deserve, or these 3 deserve more screen time. In terms of deserve more screen time, Eren for sure. Let's see. Negan, for sure. Let's see, who else? And Carol. Carol for sure. Carol, Aaron, and Negan. Negan's mayo sandwich. I have a feeling that one of these boys that Henry was with will let Negan out. Then him and Negan will go to the Whisperer's border and Negan will kill whoever let him out, like in the comics. That could be possible. It's a little different in the show than the comics, but they could make it work that way for sure. And why I say that is because Negan is at Alexandria, those kids are at Hilltop. And the fair is not happening at Alexandria. The fair is happening at the Kingdom. So there is really no reason why the kids would be at Hilltop. Or the kids would be at Alexandria to let Negan out. You know what I mean? And the fair is at Kingdom. So it's not like the fair is at Alexandria and they're going to be there. You know what I mean? Epic Zombie Killer. Q&A, hey Ash. So how many seasons do you see The Walking Dead lasting before it ends? With this pace, with this story, with the story and with how everything is going on, or what's going on with everything, I would say season 12 would be a good guess. And not that it's going to get cancelled at that point, it might, but I think the quality might just be so low if they continue, or if characters continue leaving and them keeping or trying to push everyone to the movies, the quality is going to be really low at that point. It might get cancelled, but it's a tough one to talk about. Voltex33. Daryl should go to Carol and tell her that Henry split the details, spilled the details about the Kingdom location and moved the fair somewhere else. It would prevent Pike scene from happening. It could, but we know the fair is happening at Kingdom. It was on the trailer, so we know it's happening. But that's a good point. Novajik75. How could I forget about those Hilltop kids? I think one or two of these boys that Henry's hanging out with will also be killed by Alpha at the end of season 9. Yeah, for sure. I think the tall one, the tall young kid. NoahJake75. Q&A, do you think Connie will survive tonight's episode? I think so. She might be captured, but I think she'll survive tonight. Epic Zombie Killer Entertainment Channel. Q&A, hey Ash, how would Carol react if she was there with Henry, or there when Henry told Lydia about Kingdom? She would whoop his ass. I'm just kidding. She would act the same way Daryl acted. Get him out and confront him. Voltex33, gotta go. Bye, Ash. Bye, glad you could join. And thank you for supporting the channel. NoahJink75, if anything happens to Connie, then blame Yumiko because she was the one who convinced Magna to go out at night when it is pitch black to look for Luke and the Whisperers around. While the Whisperers are around. Yeah, that's a great point. Luke and Alden, actually, let me think. Yeah, definitely Yumiko is to blame if something happens to Connie. Negan's mayo sandwich. What if Michonne comes down to Negan's cell like directed in the comics after the head on Pike, and Michonne said to Negan, we need your help? It could happen. Or Daryl. We could see Daryl as well. That would be more interesting than Michonne. Epic Zombie Killer. So season 12 of The Walking Dead would be in the fall of 2021. Yeah, if you do the math and if that's what it is, then yeah. Coldplay, do you think Henry will go after Lydia and he will get captured by Beta by the end of today's episode? I think so. I don't think that we'll see Beta capture Henry in this episode. I think we will definitely see Henry sneak out. But I think the episode is going to end with us seeing Beta looking at Henry. Epic Zombie Killer Entertainment Channel. Q&A, hey Ash, do you think Carol will survive till the series finale? Most likely. Negan's Meal Sandwich. I think Negan and Daryl will be the last two standing. Daryl and Carol, I think. Noah Jink 75. Q&A, remember the shot from the trailer we saw of Henry, Lydia, and possibly Connie running. Why is Connie there? Because Henry and Lydia don't know sign language. That's a good point. I do remember that. Maybe Connie is captured in tonight's episode, but no one really knows where she went. They're still looking for her, and they don't know where she went. Henry's, gonna end up in the Whisperers camp, looking for Lydia, and they're gonna make their escape somehow. Maybe Daryl is gonna help them escape. Maybe that's how it goes. Epic Zombie Killer. Q&A, hey Ash. I hate to say it, but yes, Fear the Walking Dead is a mess, and it sucks because it had a lot of potential in season 1. Yeah, at this point, I don't have high hopes for Fear. Negan's Meal Sandwich. I think the Henry fighting Beta will be in 9/12. Yeah, I think so. But I think they will show Beta looking at Henry at the end of tonight's episode. Noah Jink 75. If Connie were to go out and help find Henry, then either Magna, Yumiko, or Kelly need to go with her so she can communicate properly. Not if she's captured. If she's captured, then that doesn't really work, right? Noah Jink 75. Henry fighting Beta is a bit of a stretch. LOL, Henry will throw one hit and Beta will shut that shit down. Yeah. I think the only thing that will stop Beta from killing Henry right then and there is Lydia. If Lydia's there and she begs Beta not to do anything. And maybe Alpha just allows it at some point, saying, we'll just take him back, we'll deal with him later. Sherry Simmons, excited for The Walking Dead tonight. Absolutely. I think it's going to be one of the best episodes for season 9, and I'm very excited for it. Negan's Mayo Sandwich. I think Negan will be exiled from Alexandria after the Whisperers War, like the comics. We could see that. It's open. Like, they could do anything. They have changed a lot with Negan's story after All Out War, so they can pretty much do anything with him. Epic Zombie Killer. Q&A, hey Ash. The Walking Dead Season 9 will probably go down the best season along with Season 6. Yeah, Season 6 is my favorite, but Season 9 is coming very close to beating Season 6. Noah Jing 75. With Alpha being so abusive, I wonder how many times Alpha is going to hit Lydia if she does hit her at all. I think it might happen a few times. Coldplay. What's going to happen with Negan now? My predictions are he's going to go back to his cell, but he's going to be let out again somehow. Either, there's three ways. Either he's let out by someone willingly, like they let him out because of whatever. 2, actually, yeah, there's 3 ways. One is that someone lets him out, and it's, yeah, let's say it this way. The first one is that a kid is gonna let him out, like the comics. The second is that either Daryl or Michonne are gonna let him out because they want his help. The third is that he's gonna sneak out again, just like he did the first time, when it's on, or for whatever reason that cell is gonna be unlocked again. He's gonna be let out again. I think he's gonna be let out at the end of the day. Then he's going to find his way to the Whisperers camp the same way, and he's going to have his story with Alpha the same way, I think. After that, I have no idea. They might exile him the same way. They might have him stick around. I just don't know. Noah Jig 75. I feel like they should keep Negan around and have the Judith Negan story keep going because it's pretty cool. Yeah, I think so. I think it's pretty cool. Epic Zombie Killer. Q&A. Hey Ash, I thought episode 10 was great. I don't get the low ratings for it. Yeah, I don't get it either. I think it was a strong episode. Slow, but a strong episode. Negan's made a sandwich. I think the head on the pikes will be at the end of 9:15 because the synopsis for 9:16 is after an overwhelming loss. Yeah, either that or it happens early in the finale, and then it's not the end of the finale. You know what I mean? But in both cases, that goes back to what I said. They revealed a little bit too much information in the synopsises, if they're official. Noah Jing 75. Q&A, what do you think of Magna right now? Is she a character that can become a fan favorite over time? Yes, I do think so. Yumiko's not doing anything to become a fan favorite at this point, but Magna, I do feel it, yeah. Noah Jing 75. I personally am already a big fan of Magna and hope she stays around. Yeah, definitely. Magna, she's up there. Luke as well. I'm starting to really like Luke too. Epic Zombie Killer. Hey Ash, do you think Negan will get Lucille back? If so, when? I'm hoping by the end of this season. I don't know if he will. I mean, if he does, it makes sense for it to be at the end of this season. But will he, will he not? I just don't know. Noah Jing 75. Q&A, what are the similarities and differences between comic Magna and TV Magna? I think comic Magna is, or has less of a backstory than TV Magna. TV Magna has a bit more backstory. And she's more tough, it seems. And it seems like she's more capable of being a survivor than comic Magna. Excel Asam, I think Negan is going to redeem himself somehow by taking care of Judith as a father or something similar, you know. He could definitely redeem himself to an extent, for sure. And it could be related to the Judith thing, for sure. Coldplay, Negan going to fight Whisperers this season or no? Probably next season. Epic Zombie Killer. Q&A, hey Ash, I'm loving Judith. She's becoming one of my favorite characters. I don't get that she's getting hate on Facebook. There are people that want her to die. Yeah, Judith, I feel like Judith is the safest character of all. And I love what they're doing with Judith, honestly. Negan's Mayo Sandwich. I think Negan will meet the Whisperers next season. Yeah, I think so. Negan's Mayo Sandwich. I think Negan will be in next week's episode, 9/12. Probably, because he wasn't there in the last episode. He probably won't be in tonight's episode. Makes sense for him to be there in episodes after that. I feel like we should see Negan again. Noah Jig 75. Unfortunately, Luke will probably get his head cut off by Alpha. Maybe. It's a strong prediction. Epic Zombie Killer, I posted this on Facebook. Thank you, I appreciate it, man. Nova Jinx 75. It seems like they might have Alpha kill about 8 people for the pikes on the border. I guessed around there, like 8 to 9 people. Yeah, that makes sense. In the comics, it was a dozen people, right? They don't need to go as much in the TV show, but I feel like 8 is a good number. Noah Jinx 75. The one thing that the TV show did best was not giving Judith her comic death and turning her into a savage little girl. Absolutely. Alright, we're 47 minutes in. We'll go for another 5 minutes and that'll be the end of the stream. Epic Zombie Killer. Q&A, hey, Ash, Judith is the show's lifeline. If she dies, then the show would crumble and fall apart. To a degree, that's accurate. Negan's me a sandwich. 912, I think we'll focus more on Alexandria and the events that happened after 909. I believe so too. Noah Jig 75. Q&A, will we see Alexandria at all in tonight's episode? Probably not in tonight's episode. XL Flames. I hope I'm saying that right. And then you have 2 symbols next to your name. Dang, you're underrated. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Noah Jink 75. I wonder how many, or not how many. I wonder how Michonne is going to tell Alexandria about the Whisperers. Is she going to do like a town hall or something? Don't they have a council at Alexandria? I think she's definitely going to tell the council, but I don't know whether she's going to tell her community. Like the other members. Like she did hint at it sometime in the episode, I think I heard it sometime in the episode. She's like, I gotta let my people know, you know? But I think she's probably gonna tell her council first. And then they might not even tell the people for now. Depends. Epic Zombie Killer. Q&A, I can't believe that there are only 5 episodes left. This season has flown by. Yeah, this season went pretty quickly. Second half specifically. Noah Jink 75. I want to see Michonne and Magna interact more because it seems like Michonne has more passive or positive view of Magna now. Yeah, we will see more of that, I think. Maybe if not this season, then next season. Negan's Meal Sandwich. Do you think we will see cows at the fair? Because in the comics there were cows. I don't think so. I don't think they have cows. It's more realistic that they don't in the TV show. They might, but I don't see it. We do know they have sheeps or goats or things like that, right? I think so. At Kingdom and Hilltop, I think. So we might see that for sure, but not cows. I don't think we'll see cows. Epic Zombie Killer Q&A. After this season is over, it's Fear the Walking Dead. Time to shine, which I'm still unsure about. Fear the Walking Dead. Yeah. I don't have high hopes. Let's just say that. For those of you that don't know, I used to cover a lot of Fear, but I haven't covered a lot of Fear recently, and I'm definitely not going to cover a lot in season 5. The only videos that I know for sure I will do is discussions on the trailers and the promos. That's it. Reactions, I'm still not sure about, but other than that, if there is a video that you want for Fear, then suggest it in the live streams when we start the live streams, or when we have the live streams during the off season for Walking Dead, the flagship show. You can recommend it, suggest it, and we'll do a video on it. Not just Fear, but in general. But for Fear specifically, because I'm not going to cover it that much, if you want me to talk about something, it's probably the best time for those suggestion videos. Noah Jink 75. Q&A, do you think Diane will get killed by Alpha or survive? I think she's probably gonna get her head chopped. Negan's Mayo Sandwich. The season, or the reason I bought up cows is because on the issue 142 cover there was a cow. Yeah, I remember that, but in the TV show I don't think it makes sense for them to have a cow. Noah Jink 75. I only watch Fear to get my mind off of the 6-month wait for the next Walking Dead season to start. Yeah, I'm gonna watch. It's just that I'm not gonna cover it that much. Epic Zombie Killer Entertainment Channel. By the way, I'm so excited to get season 9 on DVD, and I'm excited to see what the DVD cover will be. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get it. I'm excited for it. In terms of the cover art, I hope it has Michonne, Daryl, Rick, Negan, and Alpha and Judith. I hope it has these 6 characters somewhere in the cover art. And maybe Beta too. Nova Jinx 75. Q&A, what was your favorite flashback from 910? Mine was the PTSD flashback Lydia had where her mother said, put it on. This is how we live. Yeah, that was a great one. That was definitely a great one. My favorite was when we finally see the true side of Alpha. When she throws the guy down. That was my favorite part. Epic Zombie Killer. Look at it this way. The Walking Dead is the mother show, and Fear the Walking Dead and the comics are the 2 children. Fear is the problem child, and comics are the perfect child. Well, the comic is where it's the origin, right? So I would say the comic is the parent, or the comic is the mother in a way, and the children are Fear and the flagship show. Fear is the problem child, and the Walking Dead TV show is the good child. I would look at it that way. Negan's Mayo Sandwich. I think the Walking Dead season 10 will come on 2 weeks earlier than usual because the season finales are usually in the 2nd week of April. But this finale is on March 31st. Could be. Could be. Exhalasum, is there any reason on why Lydia has long hair? I was surprised Alpha didn't cut her by now. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a great point. Noah Jink 75. Some people are complaining that TV Lydia has brown hair when they wanted her to have blonde hair, like comic Lydia. Really doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't think it matters that much. One thing I was annoyed at, not annoyed, but something that I was confused about is how Alpha has this strong southern accent and Lydia doesn't. That's one thing that stood out to me. But not the hair thing. Epic Zombie Killer. By the way, Fear the Walking Dead is released on DVD next week on Tuesday. I'm getting the DVD. What about you, Ash? No, I'm probably not getting the DVD. Like, I don't get the DVDs in general, but Walking Dead, I do get the seasons I really enjoy. Season 6 I probably will get season 9 too. Alright, that's it for this live stream Q&A, guys. Thank you for joining and asking questions. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for a video after this in a couple hours about news about the movie, the Rick movie, and also the reaction tonight for tonight's episode. I'll see you guys very soon.